So this is going to be the third part of a series on the application of machine learning in crop production, which was necessitated by the question one of our participants posed, and then we consider it as a very, very important topic to look into, considering the position of food or crop in the life of human beings or even animals alike. So we've had two sessions where we discussed extensively. So hopefully we'll be cramming up today with the last section where we're going to look at the remaining part of the possible application we can actually look into. We started with the introduction, making a case for predictive machine learning solution in the crop production. So we move on to have look at several other applications, crop monitoring and disease detection. So we can check out the two videos already uploaded on our channel. We move to precision agriculture, weather prediction and yield forecasting. So we also look into the weed and pest control, while also checking out harvest timing and quality. So, and the automated harvesting possibility. So we also look into crop recommendation systems extensively. Crop rotation planning was also discussed. Supply chain optimization for the crop using predictive analytics was also looked into. Resource allocation and management were carefully looked into. And then we also look into smart irrigation systems. And then last but not the least, last week, we look into drought prediction and management, which could be regarded as weather risk management. So today we are going to start from crop quality assessment, so which is another area where machine learning and AI could be actually carefully deployed. So as you know, the quality of crop is very, very important. So here we say machine learning can be used to provide real-time assessment of crop quality, such as their ripeness, the size. So we'll be able to know if something is wrong or if it is as it should be. So in a very timely manner, in what we call proactive modeling or intervention could ever be made. So we also have in addition to the crop and quality assessment, planting decisions also could be one of the areas to actually be looked into. So a lot of decisions that are actually planting decisions. For example, predictive analytics can help farmers to make informed decisions about the optimal timing for planting crops. So what is the appropriate time to plant this crop? Yes, we used to aid the long decision. People know about this already, but things are changing. You get the point now. The weather is changing. Sometimes the time the brain is going to start, and also for that decision that ordinary person might not be able to make. Even one expert can make it, be supported with appropriate predictive analytics, because the kind of insights can be incorporated based on what happened before. Last time we planted a particular crop at so point in time, what were the issue? So considering weather patterns, soil conditions, and also historical data. So the model can recommend the most favorable planting window that you should look into. So there are established planting window, but as weather conditions keep changing, there's also need for the agricultural practice to also to adapt appropriately using the predictive analytics, as the case may be. Now, next to this is the climate smart agriculture, that is climate resilience. So we need to be climate smart, that is, be conscious of the climatical situation. Can we come up with plants that can be very highly resilient to the changing climatic condition? So climate resilience allows anticipation of climate-related events such as extreme weather, So sea level rises, and therefore vital insight coupled with the real-time data processing powers of AI machine learning can be leveraged for rapid adaptation in order to mitigate climate change impact. And sometimes it's not just only that, we can also use predictive analytics to contribute to climate smart agriculture. Climate smart agriculture is a term coined in which case farmers try to see that, okay, can we adapt to changing climate conditions? So models can be used to suggest resilient crop varieties that are going to be resilient to a particular climatic condition of your area, and then recommend the practices that can mitigate the impact of extreme weather. So these are some areas that people are already actually trying to look into, but there are still a lot of effort that need to be deployed so that we can be able to take a lot of advantage of it. Again, next is monitoring soil health. See, in this area, a lot of work that can be done. That could be a kind of interaction between the biotechnology people who can look into the condition of the soil. You see, presently, there are a lot of farms, of course, mechanized farms, big farmers, where before they plant any crop, they have to take the soil to laboratory for checking. Is this particular soil going to support the kind of plan we want to actually put here, or we need to change our plan? Often there are no farmers, ordinary farmers just go to the farmland, clear and start going. So you see, things are changing. With adequate soil monitoring, we can be able to use predictive solution to predict the soil nutrient levels based on historical data, environmental factor, and the crop requirement. Look at the requirement of the crop you want to plant under the environmental factor and the historical data that is available. You can be able to recommend, is this soil okay? In the past, like I said, they used to send samples to laboratory and it's very, very costly. However, if we have historical data, rather than taking it to the laboratory, which is going to cost money and it's going to take a lot of time before we can get the result, predictive analytics can actually help us to predict the situation of the soil by either just looking at the environmental condition, looking at some of the systems of the soil. Sometimes imaging technology can also be deployed, whereby just mere taking a sample of taking a video, an image of the soil, feature will be automatically extracted by deep learning system. And based on previous studies, we'll be able to know any soil that is like this is what it's likely going to be. So with adequate training, that can be proactive monitoring system to determine the appropriateness of the soil to a particular crop selection that has been made. Another area that crop production can benefit from is the market trends and pricing. You cannot run away from this reality. So farmers are not just, one of the ways to encourage our farmers is to make sure that they are able to sell their products so that we can encourage more and even youth to go into farming. So machine learning-based predictive solution can analyze market trends, demand patterns, and pricing fluctuation. Therefore, farmers can use this information to make strategic decisions regarding crop selection, planting seasons, and marketing strategy in order to maximize profitability while avoiding wastage. There are some time of the year that you go to market, you'll be surprised. The price of tomato is so low that sometimes they give it out for free just for people to just take it to your house for free. And sometimes you see the same product is so high in price. So how can we use predictive analytics to make farmers to understand the market trends? Can't we spread it across? Why everybody has to plant it at the same time that then it flooded the market? So market trend and pricing predictive solution can go a long way to provide adequate advising based on data-driven decision that can hopefully prevent wastage, which is very, very common, and also ensure that farmers are also getting profit from their effort, because this is one way of also try to encourage youth to go into farming, which is very, very important. Finally, we have what we call the data-driven decision making. In all, whatever we want to do, with machine learning capability, informed decisions are made using available data set. So anything you want to do in farming, don't just go into it. Can we look at how we can be able to use the availability of data? Data are wasting away. That's why some of the team that have shown interest, they already tried to work on how can we generate data, how can we get data towards contributing to this area of crop production using data-driven decision making to improve crop production. Some of the possible future trends that we can be looking forward to, in addition to some of what we have discussed, of course, the list is non-exhaustive. There are so many areas. So as the data is coming, as we keep going there, we're going to continue to expand these very interesting areas that everybody is in need of crop production. The precision agriculture and decision support system, whereby we opine that the machine learning algorithm will continue to evolve for precision agriculture, providing farmers with advanced decision support system. So a decision support system that will always work in collaboration with farmers to ensure that they are making the right decision at the right time, offering real-time insight into crop health. Your crop is getting trouble, there's a problem with it, in a very timely manner that will lead to what I call proactive diagnosis of plant diseases. So before it spread to abnormal level, optimal planting time, irrigation schedules, nutrient management, and also optimizing resource usage. All these form what we refer to as precision agriculture and decision support system. You're going to integrate a lot of system predictive solution together for farmers to have access to them and be able to offer them advice. Yes, we have agricultural extension workers, but however, are they enough? So why not have a system that can be readily available for any farmer at any point in time? System that does not go on vacation, that does not go on break. Definitely predictive solution integrated into a decision support system can offer all of this. Predictive analysis for yield optimization. So these are things also that could be looked into. We can build models that can be more sophisticated in predicting crop yield based on combination of historical data, environmental condition, agronomic practices. So with this one, it can assist the farmer to take decision on maybe, should I do crop rotation? What is the planting density and the harvest timing that I should look up to? Sometimes if you don't start harvesting at the right time, the plant can overripe and then start getting spoiled. And at the same time, if you harvest it prematurely, it can also lead to problems. So how do we know the optimal time that we can start plucking or harvesting our plant that will not lead to trouble? So usually, presently, people use kind of just judgment, just their experience, and sometimes it still goes wrong. So having precision method of establishing this will be interesting. Then having collaborative platforms and knowledge sharing capability through machine learning driven collaborative platform will emerge. So these are things future stuff that are possible. So if you can have collaborative decision, data-driven decision-making system, whereby farmers can share data, insight, and best practices that other farmers also can benefit, and the farmers from different continents, from different countries, or from different states or different localities, they can all share data towards advancing and benefiting from each other's experience. So we say this can lead to more collective and data-driven approach to agriculture, benefiting the entire farming community, and also not just farming community, the entire world, because food production, food availability is not negotiable. And towards the end, we have what we call the explainable AI in agriculture. Explainable AI. So explainable AI, as we know, is one of the artificial intelligence area whereby we are putting more importance on not just to build model, but we must be able to have model that we can be able to explain the consequence, the decision-making process, not just black box. A lot of people we don't even know what is going on behind the scene, just giving us accurate result. So this is where explainable AI comes in. So as machine learning models become more complex, so there will be an increasing emphasis on explainable AI in future as we move on. But for now, we just even want to deploy as much as possible towards making it, towards increasing crop production. But then at a point in time, human beings, once we start having good results from it, then people start complaining, but then it's good, but we don't understand what it's doing. It is black box, this and that. Yeah, this is why it is one of the future trend in this area, because presently people are barely working on AI for crop production. So not many people are into these areas. And that's why we're encouraging ourselves to look in this direction. So with explainable AI, farmers can seek models that provide transparent explanation for their recommendations, fostering trust, so that the farmer can trust what you are telling them, and also understanding among the end users. So an explainable AI, for sure, is gaining ground in other areas, but in agriculture, it's still futuristic because even the normal predictive solutions are yet to be adequately explored. If you look at the literature, very scanty literature in this area, and it's very, very germane and very, very important. But as we move on, explainable AI also will be one of the future things that people have to look into, whereby you have to be careful the kind of system you are building. So if you can build a decision tree that you can easily explain to your users, it's better than building something that is highly complicated that you might not be able to carry your users along. So as the case may be, explainable AI also will make it possible for people to be able to understand what are the features that are contributing to the model we have built. So which is a very good way of getting the confidence and trust of your client that you are building the application for. And also IoT integration and sensor network. So it is hoped that machine learning algorithms, predictive solution will be integrated with Internet of Things. So Internet of Things, devices and sensor network in the field of agriculture, so that in real time, they can be gathering the data and they're also making prediction, just as already using it in hurricane prediction, earthquake predictions, and so many other things. I also believe that this kind of thing has to be deployed in crop production, so that in real time, farmers can get alerts that something is about to go wrong in the farm. This could even be used to actually monitor pests. You see, pests, especially animals that destroy farm produce, you can have a kind of sensor-based system with integrated predictive solution that whenever anything is moving within the farm, it will generate a kind of siren. It can be made to trigger something that can shake the area just to kick away those destructive animals that actually might affect the yield or production of the crop. There are so many areas many stuff in this area also that could be explored. So the integration will enable continuous monitoring. You can see continuous monitoring of the environmental factors such as soil moisture, temperature, nutrient level, thereby providing wealth of data for ML model to analyze and generate insight. Because data is very, very important. So we want a system whereby in real time we can be gathering the data, whatever is going on in the farm. Once people goes to sleep, a lot of things happen at night. We don't have information about it because we were not there. But with IoT integration and sensor network, all these things can be monitored, and then the data gathered could then be used to build more powerful predictive solution that will generate more insight in crop production using AI. And last but not the least, in the integration with blockchain for traceability. So in future, it is hoped that as blockchain is getting very common, so machine learning algorithm-based predictive solution will be integrated with blockchain to provide end-to-end traceability in supply chain. This is to ensure transparency in production process, enhance food safety, and meet increasing consumer demand for traceable and sustainable agricultural practices. That people want to be sure of how you are producing your crop. Some people say this crop is organic crop. This is organic crop. This is organic crop. It's never used fertilizer. We never use this. It's very pure. But how are we sure? So who can guarantee this? How can we guarantee this? Anybody can plant from just bring up his farm and then label it. This is organic. How can we ensure that blockchain can be integrated to monitor it from beginning to the end? It puts some security check, making it difficult for people to perpetrate fraud along the way of supply chain until it gets to the final location. You can start, you supply a product. That is, one of my students worked on this, something similar recently in another application area. You see, you started with, you have a plant that is organic. So you ship it from your farm, it moves on to the supply. This supply, unfortunately, has some plants that are not organic. You will replace the organic with the organic one, keep the organic away, and replace this one with organic. And then to you, this farmer, you are supplying the correct product. However, by the time it gets to the actual user, they notice something that are not supposed to be. Then there's a confusion. No, I produce organic crop. But no, we got bad products. Then how can you trace it? You are not aware somebody in between, in the middle, is doing something that is actually not correct, or as the case may be. So blockchain can help us to avoid such a thing. So we put some security checks on the system here that along the way while it is going, if anybody make a change in what you've packaged, then there's going to be a detection of such malpractices. So this is where we talk of integration of blockchain. We ensure traceability in the supply chain management of crop produce, as the case may be. It's another very big area of application when it comes to crop production that can be looked into, integrating machine learning and cybersecurity systems into the loop. And then hybrid and ensemble-based ML predictive solution for better data-driven decision. This is not a new idea. It's all what we have been discussing. Can we have a way of hybridizing them, combining them together in an ensemble manner, in what we call like mixing them together? Sometimes your predictive solution may suffer some predictive capability. So it's not able to achieve what you want. Then you can mix up together, integrate several hybrid and several ensemble methods in order to enhance the accuracy of the performance of those models. Because if your model is not good, then the data-driven decision that will be taken will be faulty, which could be disastrous to the farmers. So we need something that's really, really accurate. So in that case, we need ensemble, because from reality, we discussed ensemble in some of our previous sections. Ensemble and hybrid has distinguished themselves as one of the best ways to achieve better results. It's like when you come together as a team, you can do better than when you work as individual. That is exactly what hybrid system and ensemble is all about. So these are future possibilities that could be looked into towards actually facilitating better machine learning based predictive and data driven decision making in crop production. In conclusion, we say the future of crop production is poised for significant transformation through the continued integration of machine learning technologies. As agriculture embraces the digital era, the earlier discussed key points summarize the trends and advancement expected in realm of ML-driven crop production. So, in essence, we say the future of ML in crop production is marked by a holistic approach, where technological advancement coverage to create sustainable, efficient, and resilient agricultural ecosystem can be done. So collaborating between the technology developers and the farmers and the governments are very, very essential to make sure that we are able to achieve some of the feat and potential that machine learning in crop production actually is offering us, and at a very, very big opportunity in these areas for researchers to go into, for farmers themselves also to be carried along, as the case may be. So these are some of the stuff we have been able to put together. And like I said earlier, the list is not exhaustive, so we still have so many other areas we can look into. But I hope by this, we've been able to open us to a kind of some of the ideas that we can look into towards deploying or building machine learning based solution and AI technology towards advancing and supporting crop production in order to facilitate adequate food production for the populace, while also ensuring the health of the food that is being produced, so that the farmers can also gain, they make their own money, while the populace also can get healthy product for consumption. So I want to believe this is where we're going to have it for the day. Thank you very much for listening. So we are going to open the floor now for question and answer session, if there's any. Once again, thank you very much for listening, and I wish you all the best.